solid windrow. Look at this.
Yeah, that should make some hay for damn sure. So what are we doing, Andy? Jimmy, tell us what we're doing.
Well, we're cutting barley because we've done some math. It's basic math, but we're thinking it's
quick math, you'd say. Quick math.
Quick math. We think it's going to yield more than the grain, return more than the grain on a gross dollars for the paddock, really.
Yep. It's pretty solid looking crop here. There's a fair bit in them heads too, just quietly. Seems a shame, really. But that's the way commodity pricing goes. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's about 16 or 18 there.
Well, these are longer than what the Arundel and Urunga.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I was looking at them there last night, but you wouldn't get nearly as much hay off them as you would off these.
Well, we did a cut at Arundel and it weighed the exact same.
Alright, really?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely seems a shame to get rid of this then.
Well, yeah, we're probably seeing the best part of the paddock on this red ridge. We all come up early. But
Yep.
8 ton of hectare. Need to chase up on some prices. I'm thinking like 8 ton at $250 is still $2,000 a hectare.
Yep. You just got to work for it. That's the hard part about hay. But
And potential 6 ton of barley at $280 a ton.
yep.
It's pretty on par with if you did barley and the barley straw.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
We're not cutting a whole lot, so that's
How much are we thinking there, Jimmy?
well, 6 laps for tonight.
It's that's, by the way, it's Jimmy's birthday. We need to go and have some birthday beers tonight. It sounds like the best plan, but this can be resumed tomorrow for sure.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm only 25 today.
25, yeah, yep,
Pretty
yeah,
well,
no.
really,
You're pretty getting a little bit grey on the side for 25. That's coming in prematurely, I'd say.
Yeah, different. Too much, Roundup.
Too much chemical exposure, you reckon?
No, I'm not saying that, just Roundup.
Anyway, well, they are solid rows. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it close to home, I suppose.
That's what I thought.
Just be happy with what you get. What's the... so what is the estimated hectares here? We're thinking, you're still thinking 400? While he figures that out, it should go into... There's a few people that don't know that you can hay barley. It tends to do just as well as wheat and hay does. We sold... How many bales of it last year did we make? I can't remember. It was 70 hectares worth, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 10 tonnes a hectare, so 1,200 bales, I think, off that 38 hectares, yeah.
Yeah, so we did that and we sold it almost immediately. There was a big demand for it. It worked out quite well, so we're not afraid to do it again. And obviously after such a dry start this year, it's become a bit of a thing we need to consider, trying to get some of the... There's so much demand for it now still. I think we'll be able to sell it quite easily.
Not only that, we've been around all of our barley paddocks today looking for a weed blowout of any description, wild oats, brome grass, ryegrass. They are spotless. Like, cannot even find a 10 hectare block to go, I should go just cut that little block out. It's
Just nothing.
It is. The chemicals have worked very well this year, which is good.
Would you say they haven't worked as well in the wheat though? Like, we've had a few ryegrass blowouts in the wheat this year, which is a little bit unheard of.
Oh, that was just in that irrigation. It got sown like stupid early, and we probably aren't looking after that paddock as well as what we should. We'll target it a bit harder.
But even you could say the same thing in the canola up in the hill. Do you reckon that was maybe an issue because it was sown so early as well?
No, I think that's come back to pH actually.
But with the radish issues that we're dealing with up there?
Oh, the radish, yeah, I'm not sure about that one, yeah.
I don't know. It's usually we don't seem to have too many issues with the chemical regime. Like, we do tend to chuck the kitchen sink at everything, but Yeah.
Probably should have used a canola with a dual package instead of a single Roundup Ready. Which
Yes.
should have had
That was a
as
mistake,
a backup.
Yep.
Anyway, we hadn't seen radish in there for the previous 2 years of owning it into the level that it's at. It was sporadic plants, and now it blew out a bit.
Yeah, for sure. No, these
Late
things
parts
happen.
of Roundup definitely cleaned it up. So.
Yeah, well, that is interesting too. Yeah, so we put that on. How far through flowering, and that's deadly on the car. It did drop the flowers a bit, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's usually deadly, and it seems to have been okay so far. Until we chuck the header at it, we won't really know. But yeah. Anyway, here they are. 3 weeks. They'll be in bricks. You want some? Hit us up. Andrew@narain.com.au. We will have some bricks then. And the way the forecast looks, Jimmy, I don't think we'll have any issues with quality. It should be real good.
So if we cut a small amount of this and it rains on it, happy days for the rest of the crop.
Yeah.
Thanks. No worries, everyone else.
Yeah. Thanks, Narain. You've saved all our bacon. I don't think we're the only ones cutting crop just quietly either. So what we're saying, this probably wouldn't be as easy a decision if we didn't have most of our own hay making gear, a mower, rake, bale stacker, baler. We figured out there was $530 per hectare of just in contracting cost to deck the same paddock and put it into the squares. That doesn't include any freight. So $530 that we can save is something that other people won't be able to do or justify without obviously taking that into account. We also have to take into account there's a few of our own costs in that, string, maintenance, fuel, etc. So labour, all things come into it. But yeah, it's $530 is what we figured it out to be that we've saved just simply by doing this ourselves, which is something we've done for many years now, isn't it?
It's not we haven't saved that because that's the full contract cost.
Yeah, that's what it costs for someone else to come in and do it. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I better give her a chew test here, see if it's going to be any good for a cow. There. I can't even chew that at all. I hope the cows have got better teeth than me. I spit at the camera then. That was smart. So this is generally the position you start in. Try and get in nice and close to the edge of the bank there. These bridges have their own little handy dandy link on each one. Just put the lifting sling on there. Son's got one over there. These wider ones are pretty heavy and pretty sketchy, but they do work. See the old wheel mark, but we got markers in the water as well. Just gonna go this way a bit somehow. Reckon they need to be a bit shorter. Yep. Looks right from that side. Where's the... Why don't you just come this side a little bit on this end, I think. Let's go up again. Yep. So you can sort of see the wheel mark comes up here, straight over here, straight over there, and then there's another bridge there on the other side that gets it through a little drainage ditch on the other side. There's a ditch goes out in the middle of that paddock and then along here just to run excess water off. This irrigator will take approximately 2 hours, 3 hours before it starts to even get close to these bridges, so we'll have them all in place. Takes about an hour to do them all. They're a bit of a pain, but they do allow us to utilise both sides of this paddock more evenly. And yeah, we can just run corn on one side, up and back on the one side. Next year we'll come to corn on this side. Sort of like two paddocks, but one irrigator, save on cost. Try and get out of the way here. Safety first here. As we go to the other side and show you the other bridge. The irrigator could almost climb through this, but when it gets wet, it can't. It puts too much pressure on the drive couplers on the irrigator. So we just put these bridges here. We also sometimes shift these bridges out in the middle because that big drainage ditch can get very wet in the corn. So we're going to put all the bridges out there too. The positioning is critical. You have to have the tyre on here and the tyre on the other end, and it goes through a big arc, particularly for this first bridge. Otherwise the tyre can end up on the side here, or even worse, drop off the side. But these things are tyre stabbers. We haven't had one kill a tyre yet, but it can happen. Time again we would have just chamfered the ends off them and made them sort of flat so that the wheels can run up on them. If the tyre's on here, I don't care, but yeah, like if it's off the side, it's way out of alignment. You don't have these removable bridges, you've got to have culverts across the top of them, and that's good, but yeah, that just doesn't allow us to use either side of the paddock, as I explained. You've got to have these removable bridges to do it properly, so that's why we went to the effort of making them. As much as a pain as they can be from time to time, they do allow us to use the paddock much more efficiently. Here's the second big one. I hope you're far enough over. Should be pretty close. Be pretty close to that leg, I think. Yep. Righto, pluck and just go out a bit. Go down. Yeah, go down there. There's two. So we usually just hook onto them on the side here. We'll just drag it along there for a little bit. And go along for the ride. Cut to the left a little bit. Cut to the left. Yep, down. Had the horizon balance go with that one, and repeat. Pretty much the same process from here on out. Get a leg down there, bro. Put your right leg up. That's the end of that. Alright, irrigator will swing around. We'll come back later on and make sure it's all working. We've got to do a little bit of work on the irrigator when it's on the road, so be a little bit to do later on. Alright. So pivoting lateral is now in position for us to do a little bit of work on it. Half on the bridges, half on the track. We're replacing all of our wheel track nozzles here. As you can see, they're a half sprinkler. They spray water this way, away from your wheels, so your wheel tracks always stay dry, because irrigators are very prone to getting bogged. Usually sits like that. This one here, it's the single one, is for the pivot. This one here is when it's in lateral mode. But unfortunately, because they have a stiff pipe on them, they tend to get snagged on corn, anything tall. They'd nearly be touching a canola, really. And they can get snagged and turned and ripped off and all sorts of funky stuff. So we're replacing them with these Comet sprinklers. They're only a new breed of thing. Essentially, it'll sit there and still spin, but only eject water out one side still. And it should hang straight, even with a hose.
Flexible hose.
A flexible hose, not a stiff hose. So we're going to fit them up while it's sitting here on the road here. Then we'll swing him over into this other paddock and let him go nuts. Here's a bit of the hardware we need. They're like a regulator nozzle, can go into the top of them to regulate how much. They're just nozzles. So they, yeah, you get different sizes
based on your flow rate,
depending on how much you want. So the pivots need less flow, the lateral ones need all the same flow, I presume.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Just dismantling some of the old hardware here. There's number 2. Pop up. Yeah, come up the other side. There's the first one in situ, along with all the other nozzies. So there's our 2 in situ. This one's for the lateral, this one's for the pivot. Just got to spin them and get them lined up here. Well, we're under the 3rd tower here, and it's decided to just hail a little bit on us. That's a bit odd. I think we're going to get a little bit wetter here before it gets dry. But it's just good. I can live with that.
Good. Righto. Big band clamps off. Alright, 2 different nozzles. Screw the regs on. This is for the lateral mode for this side. Hose clamps are just very tight all the time. Trusty hose cutting pliers. Righto, repeat that. Screw these bits out. Just prune this, just weaken the hose a little bit that we don't need anymore. There we go. Screw that back in. Handy to line up my half nozzles at the bottom. Tell me if I need to turn them.
Which way first here?
Hey?
Which way first? Keep going, keep going. Yep. We finally had one hit us direct, and he's stuck up there. He's got like 10 seconds worth of work to do, and he's getting satched. Not really, it's pretty light, but he's getting wet for sure. Go, go, go! Run! Yay! Off to the next one. Rain looks short-lived. It's blue sky just there. Raining here. Well, that was short-lived. So, just setting off there. As we speak, back to the sunshine. Well, that's the end of the wheel track sprinklers. Got a leak up the top there, so we're just going to start him up, find where it is, and then rectify the situation. But just need to move this shit because it's going to get sprayed with water real bad. Window open, not good for Jimmy. Not a good day for Joe. Getting very wetting up here. Giving the tail end a good wash off anyway. He's above all the water. They're not hanging as straight as we'd hoped. They're blowing out to the side pretty badly. Shouldn't do that. Sure why. As you can see, it doesn't take long to wet up the ground here. We'll just shut him off again, fixing a few more issues, and then we'll run him across there, make sure it's going to go off the bridge is okay. There's just one bridge on the other side that's, I think it's been knocked by an implement or something. It's a bit offline, so I'll fly around there and fix that. But he's just fixing a drain plug here. Not a great day to be dealing with water. It's blowing half a gale out there, and it's cold, very cold. That's it. Just walking over the second bridge there now. Had to shift a couple around. I don't know what had happened. There's a couple on the other side we haven't even moved, and they were out of alignment. Not sure why. Anywho, it's all going across there nicely. This one here you can't really see. Still can't zoom in very good on a little GoPro, but you see it's just sort of looking like it could come off the side, but it probably won't. It'll come around in a pretty big angle. If it ends up on the side there, that's not the end of the world. We can fix that. So I didn't make the cut. Come around and shove him across a bit. Just give him a little shovey with the forks. Let's take a look at that track log flow bond to track log. Oh, you nearly got that actually. I didn't even get it on camera. I'm recording that. Still not quite in line. For a bloody bit more of a chance. Reckon? I might be. It's coming around slowly. Wandering up here to have a look at this one. I think this bridge just got moved, is what's happened. I feel like this is the steamroller off Austin Powers. No! No! Well, I think that one's safe and sound. She's well and truly in the middle of the bridge. That to the next one. Last span, and thankfully this one's got a nice little divot where the wheel runs, so I'm pretty sure she's good, but that'll be the end of that. It's just about fire up around pivot mode and get her watering again. Pivot down here. Those that have never seen an irrigator before, particularly a pivoting irrigator, so this one obviously it can pivot, and run straight. It's got 2 sets of nozzle packages on it. So at this stage, it's in the pivot mode there now. That's why there's not so much water coming out here. But up the other end, it's flowing out very hard. If you think about it as it comes round, it's got to go move so much quicker on the outside, so you've got to put more water on the outside, but the inside sort of, it only needs a little bit of water because it hangs over the top of the one spot for so much longer. Probably don't need to explain that to a lot of people, but for those who haven't seen an irrigator before, it might be interesting. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be about it for the video today. Hope it's been enjoyable, hope it's been slightly interesting, hope you've had a great week, and I hope you like the Henty series because it's all over and done now. We had a good run over there, had a good run on all the field days. If you're happy with the field day stuff, let me know. Might do it again next year. I thought it'd be something a bit interesting at a time where farming's just a bit boring really. There's not much happens sort of that September, October time, or September particularly, so that's why I went to Ag Group and Henty. Anyway guys, have a great one. See you all next week, probably with some mowing, I'm going to say, a bit more mowing footage. Got a bit of early stuff with Joe, but I think I'll probably be stuck on it either on the weekend or on Monday, so I'll start grabbing some more footage. Alright, have a good one.